Hi, very good evening to everyone. My name is Vikrant and I am the Chief Technology Officer at Space. So I warmly welcome to all of you. Please excuse us for the slight delay, but welcome all of you for the smartphone astrophotography session. So I hope all of you are excited. We had a internet glitch because of which we are late. With me, I have my colleague Yogesh. So very good evening. I can see your chat messages. There might be some delay, about 10-second delay before I see the chat. So please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. So I hope you can hear me loud and clear. So this session is about smartphone astrophotography. I hope you are excited and okay, yay, superb. Thank you for waiting, all of you. And before I begin, there is something more we have today, which is there is some news we want to share. There is something exciting happening. All of you, let me share with you my Stellarium screen right now to give you an idea of what exactly is happening in the sky. So let me just have a look at where my Stellarium screen is. And all right. So I hope you can see. So tomorrow morning, there is something happening. This will depend on your location. This will be about 40 to 50 minutes before the sunrise. And we will all be encouraging you to look at what is happening. The planets are dancing these days in the sky. What is there? Over here, if we look at the eastern direction, two of the brightest planets in the night sky, Venus and Jupiter. Okay, Vetrival, very good evening. We have Jupiter and Venus. Okay, okay, Jupiter and Venus, but let me show you. They look like this, but if I go to this option, option right here, scaling planets. Now you can see they are zoomed out. We have Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter is the fainter than Venus. Venus will be 6 times brighter than Jupiter, but Venus will look much smaller. Jupiter, though fainter. You know what? Currently, which are the brightest planets in the sky? Jupiter and Venus. Mars occasionally gets brighter. So Jupiter and Venus, the brightest of the two, will be seen. If you take out a finger like this and observe one eye closed, you will be able to hide. This morning we did, and we took a picture of the same event. So this is for tomorrow morning before sunrise. You will have to check your own sunrise time. So this is for New Delhi. It is about 4:30 a.m. and till 5 o'clock it will continue, even till 5:15. So now let me share with you. So today is about smartphone photography. Look how exciting it looks. And you should and right here is a photograph we have taken from our mobile phone. We have Venus on the right, and believe me, both the planets could be hidden behind. So tomorrow morning is your opportunity to view both the planets. It's a rare conjunction. If you have a telescope, please, yes, we will make the screen bigger. You will be able to soon see the screen bigger. We are in 10 seconds. You should see bigger screen. So you can see Jupiter on the left, Venus on the right. Venus is 6 times brighter. Jupiter is much fainter. So this is taken using mobile phone. And today, so these are exciting photos, I think, very beautiful photos which you are seeing. And guess what? They were taken by space. So what is the objective of today? I would request you, if you have a mobile phone, please keep it handy. Try to do whatever we are teaching you today, hands-on. Try to do it, whatever you can do, side by side. A space student is saying, I couldn't see anything. Venus, no, Venus and Jupiter will be very bright. Believe me, it will steal your imagination. It's too beautiful to see. Okay. And so what is the learning outcome for today? Today we will give you an expert's opinion of smartphone astrophotography. The aim is to get you started. All the questions you have, whatever you know, whatever you don't know, whatever questions you have about smartphone astrophotography, what equipment do you need? Basically, the idea is for you to take tomorrow's photo as well as start astrophotography with smartphone, because so different kinds of photos you can take with a smartphone, equipment which is needed, what techniques are there, different kind of techniques which people use on smartphone, particularly like as you will learn about different photos use different techniques, and something called as computational astrophotography. So what is this jargon? What is this new thing? Computational astrophotography for smartphones. And we will also share with you our many years of experience of doing astrophotography, how astronomers plan photographs, and we want you to be good astrophotographs. So before I start with the gallery, I would request, I hope you can see a full screen view of, okay, I'm not getting an update, just please bear with me. Let me just change my Wi-Fi. Yes, so yeah, so just my Wi-Fi changes. So here are some photos. So you have a device in your pocket, which is, imagine you want to buy groceries, you can buy it from cell phones. Imagine if you want to drive a car to a destination, your cell phone is connected with a GPS satellite and it can tell you what, where. Your cell phone can tell you how you are going to get there. Imagine now you are going to call a friend far away. You can do it with the help of a smartphone, and now you can take photo. Sometimes it happens that you want, have you ever tried to take a photograph of a rainbow? Sometimes you see you want to quickly take a photo. So how you do it? Mobile phones are so easy to so beautiful, and it's very easy to take photographs using mobile phone. So I now we will show you some gallery. So I request over to Yogesh. These are all pictures taken by space team. We are so excited for this session, and I hope you all are excited also. Okay, I can hear Yogesh, but it seems like students are not able to hear Yogesh. Clear to me,
Am I
maybe.
audible now? Please confirm it onto the YouTube chat. Am I audible now? Please confirm it on the YouTube chat.
Okay, no voice so far.
Wait, sir, wait. They will take 10 seconds for that. Okay. Now it is audible? Yes. So now I have got a confirmation that I am audible. So sorry for that glitch. Right. So I said that on the screen, see, I'm going to take you on a tour of a gallery of astrophotographs that have been clicked with the help of mobile phones. As Vikrant sir has rightly said that for most of our purposes, we look towards our phone. then why not for the astrophotography? Okay, why not for the astrophotography? So for that also we are looking towards our phone, right? For that also we are looking towards our phone. And um, now over here, the first picture that you can see in the astrophotography gallery, right? This is this is taken by Mr. Neeraj Ladia. He is the part of Space Chennai. I guess many of you might be knowing him as well. And the two pictures that has been shown over here, they have been taken using the mobile phone. But only with the mobile phone can I take the images of deep sky object. Answer is no. I need some equipment as well. And and that equipment, okay, that equipment is a telescope that you need along with the mobile phone, right? So this picture over here is taken with the help of a mobile phone, okay, and connected, and we have connected that with a telescope. Similarly, this is just two photographs over here where we have like deep sky object, and this is only one level of photography. Okay, let's see what's next. uh, Sir, can you change the slide? Okay. So over here we have another picture. Okay, over here we have another picture of Milky Way. Over here you all can see a band on the screen, and that picture is again clicked by Mr. Neeraj Ladia, and that picture is clicked from Yelagiri Hills, Tamil Nadu, but only with a phone. Only with a phone, right? So here what do we need? We need a phone and the right settings for the photography, and with that and with that, you need a tripod for these kind of pictures, right? So here I do not need a telescope. Now moving on to the next picture. So the next picture in my list is over here. That is another shot of Milky Way. That is another shot of Milky Way that is taken from the skies of Jaisalmer. Vikrant sir, can you stop onto that picture of Jaisalmer? No, there was another Milky Way photograph. Okay, leave it here. Leave it here. Okay, so here on my screen, I have two more pictures. One is the famous monument of Delhi, that's India Gate, and right now the sunrise is happening in that. In the center of the image, you all can see the sun, and over here you can see the desert area where sunset is happening. That is another kind of astrophotograph. Again, what do we need is just a phone or a tripod, right? So another astrophotograph, and I'll take you on to some more. This is also clicked by Space Team. This picture by Neeraj sir, which is taken from the skies of Jaisalmer. You can see there's a lot of light pollution here, but still we can see the Milky Way band. Again, what do we need? A phone and a tripod. So it's not like we are limited that what we want to click. No, we are not at all limited by the things that we need for photography. Right? You can move on and see over here the first picture. Over here we can see the moon from Oman. Maybe the moon will look very small and it is on the top left corner, right? But again, it's an astrophotograph showing you a great landscape with one celestial object over here. In another photograph where Venus and Moon is shown, so in the center you will find out Moon, and right next to it you'll find that there is a white dot. That white dot is of Venus, right? Another astrophotograph again proving the fact that we can do astrophotography with our phone, right? Showing some more. How did they capture with light pollution, sir? Uh, they captured it with the light. It's like the light pollution was there, but not enough that it can remove the Milky Way. Now, this is again, I guess many of you might have seen this picture already, right? I have shown this in the last session also. Star trails from the city sky, captured from the skies of Delhi. So you, if any one of you, if you are living in Delhi NCR, you very well know that what is the level of light pollution over here in Delhi, right? But still, we can capture the stars. And again, what do we need over here? So to make the trail, we need the software. But to capture the single photographs of this, okay, what do we need is a phone camera. So today we will understand how we can make a trail of that, right? And probably in our next session, we'll also make the star trail during our session. Okay, but that's a different part. Today we are here to understand the basics, right? So star trails can also be made from your phone. Let me show some more variety. What's next to be done? Look here, a close up of the nearest celestial neighbor of us, that is the moon. So, all three pictures taken from a phone camera along with a telescope. So, you can see on the right hand side the wide field view of moon where the complete moon is visible. In the second picture, that's a close up of this particular area, which is over here, like towards the bottom left. If I have to annotate that, then I can uh, probably do it. Okay, then comes this, the zoomed in view of the famous feature Lunar X. I hope you all can see this Lunar X over here. In the picture which is in the left corner. Okay, so you all can see a X over here also in the middle picture, and in the third picture also the X can be seen. A very small X can be seen. Right. So in all the three pictures, what I have done is I have taken a phone camera, connected that with the telescope, and again I have captured this picture. But again, how to connect your phone to the telescope? We need to understand that. So next, okay. So over here, again, you all can see a video, right? There's a video which I'm going to play over here. Can you see? There is Saturn. Can you all see that there is Saturn in the video? And this video is also captured with the help of the phone, right? And later on, use this video to figure out the final image, right? Okay, so one last image I want to show you all over here.
Okay. So thank you, Yogesh. And Yogesh has taken you to, Yogesh sir has taken you through a tour of the different photos. And what we will do now is see some very beautiful photos by more experts. Quickly, we'll run through some photos. So sometimes you just get lucky. You can see here is a dance happening. Sometimes have you felt that, okay, no, first I want to say, like, suppose sometimes you just want, like, there is a scene in front of you and you just can't miss it. And fortunately, you are fortunate that, okay, wow, I have a mobile phone. That's where mobile phone comes handy. And sometimes some photographers, so today's objective is also to make you a good photographer. So one of the tips is, like, sometimes you can just get lucky. Like here, what is happening is this is a scenic shot. And I'm showing you, please try to figure out, is this a wide angle shot or what is this shot taken? Is it a handheld shot? Is it a fixed tripod shot? So look how beautiful this scene became. It's a lucky shot because you can see there is a dance happening in the front and there is an angel type of cloud in the back, and some, like, there was something here which the photographer has hidden. This is photographed by Jerry Rodriguez, astropics.com. And let's see some more cool pics. What I would like you to do is please try to figure out whether there is it's a handheld shot or what kind of shot it is. So let's see if I go to, let me just start my share again. So what I'm going to do is show you. And what you have to figure out is, okay, what kind of equipment has been used? Just a moment. and starting the sharing back. All right, super. So you can see this photo. Can you tell me how many exposures are taken? What is the ISO? What is the shutter speed? And does it use a tripod? And what technique is used? So we will be talking about technique. But here it is written, it is actually an afocal method. It's a ring nebula. For these kind of photos, you require dark sights. This is the most advanced type of photo in astrophoto. And what we will do is, let's see. So here we have, okay. No, wait, no, my bad. Wait a minute, please. Yeah, so this is a constellation. Can you tell me if it is using a tripod or not? I can't see the chat. It will be taking me 10 seconds, but try to think. Does it use a tripod or not? And this is a constellation, Orion. And let's look at how much. Its ISO is 50. And we have not much information. 10-second exposure. Let's look at more. Fixed tripod shot. Very good, everyone. Again, it's a wide angle or a tripod shot. And how is this being taken? So unfortunately, Earth is rotating. But fortunately, what we can do is make good use of it by taking star trails. Look, one thing I like is so much colors have been captured here. This is Orion. Okay, ISO 3200. No, okay, someone is saying no tripod. Well, unknown place, no. You have to use a tripod. If you want good photographs, tripod is a must. Look, fixed tripod, 50 ISO. ISO is the lowest, please note. And then this is exposure is many exposures are done. So it's not a single exposure, it's a multiple exposure, it's a wide angle shot. Again, look at the colors. Star trails are happening. Again, multiple exposures. Today you will be learning. So how is this picture taken? That's something we are going to teach you. And this is again a fixed tripod shot. And the International Space Station is passing right over here. And these are 3 photos taken of 30 seconds. Again, without tripod, it's not possible. Again, it's a wide angle shot. So what kind of equipment does wide angle shot require? Fixed tripod. It's I'm already telling you everything so that you understand the concept much better. Wow, this is Milky Way. And this is just a single exposure. And the bright star is Jupiter. And okay, and Victor is saying something. Okay, 15-second exposure right here. Fixed tripod, ISO 800. Look, ISO is not varying between 15 and 800. It's not varying more than that. Okay, so there is no need of intervalometer. Okay, let me just take you through. Wait. All right. So where we are? Okay, this is the Milky Way. The center of the Milky Way is a very popular target. This part is the core of the Milky Way. Coming to this, look at this. There's a person standing in the foreground making the photo much better. And all these photographs are smartphone photos. And again, 3200 ISO. This is the first photo we have seen with so long, such a high ISO. And there's a 30-second exposure. And there is a comet. So astrophotograph means comets, galaxies, star clusters. That's what it really means. 30-second exposure. Let me skip this one. Which photo has better focus? The top photo or the bottom photo? Look at this photo. This is the top photo, and look at the photo. And what about these? Which stars are better focused? This one, top one, or lower one? Which are more pinpoint? I'm sure you can all see that the bottom stars are more better focused. This is M24, this one. And one thing, look at this. This photo is more noisy. You can also see which photo is more noisy, this one or this one. So this one is a single exposure of 30 seconds, while this one is a 9 frames stack. So why 30? Okay. So this one is more exposures. Look at the beautiful colors. And again, a photo of the Milky Way. This is again all tripod, fixed tripod shots. It would be written somewhere here. Unguided. 20, no, this is not a fixed tripod. This is a tracked shot, by the way. And this is Moon and Venus. This is it a wide angle or a narrow angle? This is a narrow angle. This, and here is again a wide angle. No, this is taken through a telescope. The technique is called afocal. So you saw this photo, which is narrow angle, is taken using afocal technique. This one is narrow angle, zoomed in picture taken using afocal technique. Here again, we are back to our first photo. So let me just take you back to the slideshow. And I'm sure this is Albert Einstein, and he is the genius. So he won a Nobel Prize in the year 1921. Do you know what was the prize he won for? What was the technology, or what was the paper he wrote for which he won the Nobel Prize? It's actually called the photoelectric effect. Okay, so it's called the photoelectric effect. So what's happening? How does a camera work? This is the basic behind all digital cameras. So this is the technology in your cell phones. So the electric current is, sorry, light is coming, it hits the photon, it hits the atoms in any material, and it releases electron. So what it is doing is it is converting the phenomena of light to electricity. And Albert Einstein did not win a Nobel Prize for his work in relativity, which changed the world, but he won it for this. So imagine, this is behind your cell phone. So you must be wondering which camera you are going to buy. So there is either you should, cell phone is with everyone, that's the advantage, but which is better, mobile versus DSLR for astrophotography? This must be, you must have this question, what are the differences? First, you can see this mobile has a lot of cameras right here. These are the new kinds of, new generations of phone, and this is a mirrorless DSLR camera. If you ask me which is straight away better, of course I would say like a DSLR camera is better. But why are we? What is the advantage? How are they different? That is more important, because cell phones are with everyone. So DSLR is better. Okay, I can hear clever, crazy saying, okay, you can see, okay, yeah. So Vetrival, I got you. Because gravity he found, sir. Okay, photoelectric effect. Tarun gave the answers. Tap for Tarun. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay, Pankaj, E is equal to MC square. No, he didn't get it for that, but he won it for photoelectric effect. So what is the difference between smartphone and the DSLRs? One thing is interesting. Smartphone photography is more easier. Why? Because you just have to few controls. So is it a good news or a bad news? I don't know. That's a good news that you have very few controls. Okay, I've got a lot of people saying DSLR. Yes, so let's understand why DSLRs are better. In the next slide, I will talk about that. So lens focal length. Can you change the zoom in and zoom out by changing a lens like DSLR? No, they have fixed focal length lenses. But interestingly now, there are many lenses built into it. Auxiliary lenses. This is an example of an auxiliary lens. It can increase the magnification 4 to 6 times. They are not of good quality, but it will be fun in case you can attach such lens to the DSLR camera, though we have not, this is not a common practice. You can attach this to cell phone camera. This is not a very common practice, and we have not actually used it. We have never seen anyone use it. But why not if you have it? What we have read is that they are not very good quality. So if you want to do this, it's better to attach a camera to a telescope. What about the lens aperture? Lens aperture means the glass size. How big is the lens? So is it a big one? Is it a small one? So typically, focal lengths you get, focal ratios you get is like you're not allowed to change the lens aperture. That means whatever is there, that's it. No control, unlike DSLR cameras. So typically it is 1.4 to f2.5 focal length. Okay, so clever crazy, it's a bigger sensor of DSLR. Yes, Prabhakar, very good. So we will talk about the bigger sensors of the DSLR, but you can increase zoom in smartphone. Yes, so we will also talk about, see, you can increase zoom of smartphone like this, but this is not a very preferred method. Nowadays, smartphone come with multiple cameras and sensors. So, the smartphone sensors are typically from 4 to 8 mm in size. like the length and breadth would be like some 4 to 5 mm, breadth would be about same, about 4 to 7 mm, so something like this. And do you know, like the DSLR cameras are much bigger sensors. Shutter speed is maximum shutter speed possible in typical phone cameras is 30 seconds with manual mode. But there is a good news that even you can go beyond by combining many exposures together. So there is a way. So don't worry that you can't do many exposures. Like you saw the pictures of uh, Ring Nebula earlier. That was taken by compiling many photos. What about ISO? ISO you can change, but there is one drawback which we will understand. So what we will recommend is you try to keep lower ISO, very low ISO. Otherwise, you will get more noise in phone than a DSLR camera. So how does a phone camera compare with DSLR? On my top left here is um, top left is okay, clever, crazy, Santosh. Okay, so a full frame camera has this big sensor. Sensor is the heart. It's the electronic chip which works on photoelectric principle, the most expensive. In a camera, what are the two parts? The most important two parts. All of you know, of course, the camera chip like this one. Look, this is a scale and this is just about 5 to 6 mm wide. This is a lens. But second important part of a camera is, like many people forget it, it's the computer, the brain of the camera, because nowadays the photography game has changed and we'll be telling you the latest technique today. Some cameras are coming with lot of computing power, so a new type of photography is possible, which was not possible until just about a few years back, or maybe 1 or 2, I can guess. What do you mean by noisy photo? By noisy photo, I mean, just to quickly show you what is the noisy photo. Here, Yogesh sir has shown you. Let's look at this Milky Way photo. What is happening? Lot of noise is there. Yeah, like this picture doesn't have that much noise, but this picture has a lot of noise. This picture is noisy. Not all pictures come out noisy. There is a way to reduce noise also. So this is a fingertip. This is how tiny. So imagine the camera needs a lot of light to function. So if you have more light, then you will have more photons coming. The photo quality will be better. You can yourself guess. So this is the sensor size compared to the digital single lens reflex cameras. These are the big sensors, full frame cameras. This is the size of the sensor in a like this. You can compare this rectangle with this rectangle. And so the light quality, light is very low. So what happens is even the pixels are tiny. So many of you think, okay, what about megapixels? You will notice that we did not compare megapixels of a phone camera. Megapixel in a phone camera are like about 12 megapixels, while the megapixels in a DSLR camera can go up to 40 megapixels. Some phone camera can also give you 64 megapixels, but they will make the there is a catch. You will get more noisier picture in those. So it's megapixel is not always good idea. So please don't buy phone with maybe just a megapixel is more. Buy the phone which has big pixel size. The photo site, if bigger, will give you more noise-free images. So these are different cameras. They come with, this is a Brooklyn Bridge taken with ultra wide camera and telephoto camera. Same spot, the 3 pictures are taken. So you can zoom in and zoom out and select the lens when you try to take pictures. There are now 3 types of photos. Starting, you are all beginners. So let's see. First type of photo, all of the photos you saw, what kind of photos, and imagine what kind of equipment goes. So this is a type of photo which is wide angle, like constellations, scenic photos, sunrise and sunsets. Those are very common. Milky Way, capturing the International Space Station, capturing a conjunction in wide angle like the one we showed you. And look, here is a beautiful scene which Yogesh sir has already shown you, just a perfect moment where you had a camera handy and our photographer Neeraj Ladia sir captured this, and this is by Yogesh, our expert photographer right here, Star Trail. So these are all scenics. To capture this, please note down the equipment. You will need a tripod and Tripod comes in different sizes. This is the adapter to which attaches on the camera tripod. This one, you will need to buy this if you already have a tripod. This is a small tripod and you can put it in a bag. Keep it handy. Always keep it handy. Like when I was young, when I was a kid, I used to always take a telescope in my bag. So you can always keep this handy. Whenever there is a photo, you can quickly take it out. And the next type also the easiest photos. There are different levels. The first kind of photos which you will start to take is the easiest one, these ones. Just the next ones. They require just tripod. Like, in fact, if you are taking sunset, that doesn't even require a tripod. Like, can you guess, does it require a tripod? No. This photo didn't, on the photo on the left didn't require a tripod. And right here we have a beautiful photo of the moon captured. Moon requires the next level. This is the next simple. Everyone at our photography workshops, which Spaces taught thousands of students with lakhs of students. We have taught astrophotography too. And this is the photograph of Saturn. You saw earlier, Yogesh sir showed you a video of Saturn. Now we have combined those video. So this is a simple shot. How do you take photo of moon and planets? It's a simple technique of afocal. And this is a beautiful planet taken. And afocal means the word is afocal projection. Just take a camera. I'm showing you DSLR to make it very simple. Look, there is a tripod. So the idea of I'm showing you a tripod is because the camera has to be very steadily held. The eyepiece is focused to the moon or any object like you see here. We are seeing moon in this telescope. The eyepiece will focus at infinity to see whatever object you want to take. Afocal photography is a method to magnify or zoom in to get these kind of pictures. You place the camera also has to be placed put on infinity focus and you keep it in front. So I'm just showing it for your simplicity, and the camera has to be attached right here like this. And this is another way. This is a handheld afocal projection method where you just keep the lens of the camera. But what do you think is better? Is handheld better or like this is better? Is this kind of mobile photography better or handheld better? Here we have used a mobile phone adapter. That's the equipment you will need. Let me see if you are giving any responses. So there are different kinds of handheld adapters. This is by Space also sells. These are different brands. This is not the one by Space, but Yogesh sir will today show you what Space you can buy from Space Arcade. So there are different adapters available. And the third kind of photography, the most difficult to take. So to take these kind of photo, you require mobile adapter and a telescope, and you use a technique called afocal, and you will probably use to take a video of planets, and you will take a photo. And here we have deep sky object, which is even more advanced. Today we will not go there, but the idea is this also happens with afocal, but you require very, very dark sight for it. So I would now go to like how do you take simple constellations? Let's hand it over to Yogesh sir and learn from him.
Okay, I hope I am audible now to all of you. Students, please confirm.
Okay, students, is Yogesh sir audible? And what I want to share is there are two different kind of cameras. Please put in chat. Do you have iPhone or do you have Android? So we will try to cover both. There are many different kind of Android phones. One thing you should know. Please tell me. Let me know if Yogesh sir is audible in the chat. I am not getting any chat here. So, but I'm sure you or Yogesh sir can see the chat. So we will be talking, the most advanced phone these days. They are Google Pixel. They are Samsung Galaxy S10. They are iPhone. They are Huawei. These four brands are coming with the most advanced features, and more brands are joining. We have also used OnePlus. So there are different brands, and features will differ. So please listen to Yogesh sir carefully. He will give you a demo of how we will take a star photo. Uh,
Okay. So, sir, okay. So probably now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my phone. Okay. I will connect my phone with this, right, so that I can explain you all how you can start with the photography.
Okay, so Yogesh sir is connecting his phone. So one thing while he's connecting his phone, one thing I want to share with you. Okay, there he goes. You will get a demo. Okay, Bhuvana is saying Android voice echoing much. I'm having OnePlus. Okay, so okay, we are getting a demo from Android phone. Yogesh sir is starting it. Kaveri is saying Android. Okay, for Android people, please watch this. For iPhone, I will share.
Okay, so if you all are able to hear me, then there is a simple thing. See, what we need is a camera, and in the camera we need the manual controls. Okay, what we need is a camera, and in the camera we need the pro mode or the manual control or the expert mode, right? So any of the two three things will work. Now let's suppose I have my phone camera over here. Okay, when I turn it on, it turns on in the normal mode. I can see if I just move it here and there, I can see my laptop screen and all. Though I have added some, just a sec. Yes. Now I'm having a very simple option over here. That means I can simply click a photograph. But over here, with the help of this, I cannot click any astrophotograph. Reason being, I cannot change my exposure. So what I need to do if I want to change my exposure, I need to go on to the options, then I need to click on either pro mode or expert mode. As soon as I open this pro mode or expert mode, I start getting the options of changing this MF, that is stands for focus. The third setting over here is for shutter. Next setting over here is for ISO, and here I can change my white balance. How to do that? What settings are required? I'll talk about that later. But I guess all of you are having this pro mode or the export mode in your phone. Where I can change the shutter speed, I can change the ISO, I can change the focus. Also, whenever we want to take the photograph, we always try to keep a timer on so that when our phone is working at that time, uh, uh, or let's say when we just click on the shutter button, at that moment, whatever shake is happening, that is not visible in our photograph. So, to avoid all that thing, what we do is we generally use the timer. Okay, we generally use the timer. So over here I'm having this timer option. I can go for 3 second, 10 second, like that. But that is one option. What if your phone does not have any such option in where you can change the shutter speed? Okay, what if your phone does not have any option, if your phone does not have any option where you can change the shutter speed? So what to do in that case? In that case, you all need to go to the Play Store, okay, and look for an application, Canon FV5 Lite. Okay, look for an application, Canon FV5 Lite, that you all can see over here. When I click on this, I click on open, and I get an interface something like this. Okay, I get an interface something like this, where I have an option of changing the ISO, I have an option of changing the shutter speed, I have an option of metering, I will talk about that, I have an option of focus. Okay, so I can change everything over here. Amazing application for anyone who is using an Android phone. If you do not have pro mode or expert mode in your phone, right? Now I'll move on to the settings using both the applications one by one. First one with the built-in camera, second one with the Canon FV5 Lite. I will show you a demonstration how to change the settings. Okay, so I will go into the normal phone. I'll go into the pro mode. Now Let's suppose I want to capture the image of, let's say there is a bulb over here. I want to capture its image. So first thing that I need is I need to focus on it. So I'll move on my focus slider until I get the clearest image of the bulb. So right now it's very blurred. I'll move on my slider until I get the clearest image of the bulb. So over here right now you can see that this bulb is clearest. Shutter speed I need to change. Okay, because since there is so much of light in the room, I'll probably keep it 1 by 125. But here you can see that it has started getting dark, so I'll increase that 1 by 20. Right now phone is handheld. I'm not using any tripod. So what will happen if I go for a long exposure of probably, let's say, 4 seconds? Right, so I'll show you a demo of this. And when I do this, what is happening over here, my hand will shake and the image will be blurred. Or right now, because of more light, you can see that there is image is almost overexposed. So I can probably change the settings to, let's say, 2 seconds. I again click an exposure here, and even for the 2 seconds, you can see it over here. Can you see that the bulb has moved a bit? Why? Because my hand, it cannot remain stable even for 2 seconds. And in case of star, what do we do is we keep our camera open probably for 30 seconds. Let's say on my screen, you can see that I can move on for 32 seconds. For ISO, so I told you one thing that if you go with higher side of ISO, you will get more noise. What does that mean? That means that the picture will be little bit grainy. That means if you look carefully over here, ISO 1600, can you see there's a lot of light? That means each and every pixel will be lit up. Then moving on to focus. Focus is the most important part. If there is any object, see over here, if I want to focus on my laptop, so I need to change the focus so that I can see my keys clearly. And then only I am going to click an image. Same thing I need to do with the star. Over here you can see a symbol of flower and an infinity. You can also have a symbol from 0 to 1, so you can move towards infinity for the stars. This is when you are using the pro mode from your phone. What if you are not using this? So if you are using this Canon FE5 Lite, I come over here for the Canon FE5 Lite, and it's a one-stop solution for your photography. It actually can be a one-stop solution for your photography, right? So what to do in this ISO? You can select manually. Right now it's an automatic mode, so I'll click on A, and now I can select it myself. ISO 1000, 1250 or 1600. This is the limitation that I can only go up to 1600 with Canon FE5 Lite. So I will stay on 1250. Shutter speed I will probably go to 1 by 4. Okay. And on the other hand, lower hand, I can go up to 1 by 32,000. Then wait a second, I'll just change this. Now, now this is shutter speed. Next thing is after that focusing. So you can choose for focus. Okay, you can tap on any object. Let's say I tap on the screen and it will take the focus on that. I tap on this, or let's say I probably tap on this bottle, right? So it will focus onto that bottle. Clear? So this is how focus can be adjusted in this. In case of star, you can set it up to infinity directly, right? This is how you change the focus in this. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, now if you all have understood these two things, let me know. I guess we all are over here. We all are over here for iAstronomer session. It will be really good that instead of talking about some regional languages or any other topic which can distract you from your session, right? Please avoid that. See, irrespective of your phone, You will have either pro mode or expert mode. If you do not have that, I have told you about the application, that is Canon FV5 Lite. Okay, Canon FV5 Lite, you can use that, right? You can use that. And for this, for capturing the constellations or the star, I have told you the settings. Okay, that what settings you need to do: keep the shutter speed maximum. Okay, and keep that, what do you call it, focus on infinity. ISO, don't keep it onto the last edge, right? Keep it one stop less. Clear? Okay, now I want to hand it over to Vikrant sir. Vikrant sir, Vikrant sir, can you hear me? So I guess there is some audio issue at Vikrant sir's end. Okay, give us a minute. We'll resolve that out, and then we'll move further with the session. Okay, I have told you about one thing, that how you can start with the basic astrophotography. That's a constellation. Okay, how you can, just what you need to do is, I have told you with the subject which is present in my room, you just need to point your camera towards the stars. Okay, and exactly after a session you can try that thing. You can try that thing. Give me a second, I'll resolve out the issue with the Vikrant sir. Okay, if I am audible to you all, so let me just inform you all that the answer will not be available with us after this moment, right? Because of some electricity issue at his end, right? Don't worry, we'll carry forward with the session, and just give me a minute. I'll probably take a log out from the Zoom and resume with the presentation over. Okay, so I'm back again. Just let me know, am I audible or not? Great. So I hope you all are clear to like what I have explained you using the phone camera, okay, using Canon FE5 Lite software, okay, and the pro mode in the camera. And so sorry, Vikranta will now not be available over here. Okay, so I will carry forward with the rest part of the session. Okay, now with the Android phone, you have these options. Okay, with the Android phone, you all have these options which I have shown you right now. But what about when you do not have an Android phone? You have an iPhone. So then what do you do? So in that case, things are a little bit different. And there, in some of the phones, you have the night mode. And those night mode, they are really very good. Okay, very good in terms of like uh, you can say the settings or the adjustment that they can make. Okay, they can even understand that whether your hand is shaking or not, and they can compensate for that later on in the softwares. Okay, so over here you can see there's a timer option. We'll give you a detailed document that how you can do astrophotography using the iPhone. Right now it's not possible for me to show you with how to go for astrophotography with iPhone, but over there if you want to shoot the constellation, you have a night mode, or you have some of the applications like night cap. So over here, just like you can see that in the night mode, you can shoot up the constellations. One of the picture is over here. Then another technique that you all need to understand over here is the spot metering. So what is spot metering? Spot metering means adjusting the brightness of the whole scene, okay, or adjusting the brightness of the image, right? As like what we need. For example, uh, tell me one thing. Which is a brighter object to be seen with a telescope or from your phone camera? A planet, or you can say moon? Obviously, your answer will be moon because it is much closer, very big in size. It appears very brighter. But when you use your phone camera to click the images of the planet, then sometimes it becomes difficult. So over there, this technique or this word spot metering is used. So over there, what you have to do is at first you have to connect your phone, okay, to a telescope. Then if you connect your phone to a telescope, then you need to take a particular object which is having a lot of light. Okay, for example, you take up the moon, focus your phone on the moon, okay, lock the exposure there, and then you return back to the planet. Now, whatever I'm saying might go above your head. Okay, so in that case, I need to give you a demonstration, right? So I'm giving you a demonstration of how you can lock your focus, right? And for showing you that thing, I will disconnect I'll disconnect my phone over here, okay, and I'll show you that. Just a second, so that I can show you that how you can use the spot metering. And before that, let me show you how you can connect your phone to the telescope. I guess many of you might be knowing about it, but for those who doesn't know, let me just show that quickly. Okay, so I hope in my hand, can you all see a telescope over here, right? I hope you all can see a telescope over here. Okay, so this is a 50 refracted telescope. Now let's suppose on the top of this I need to mount my phone. Okay, I need to mount my phone. So what to do in case you need to, let's say, apart from the constellation, you wish to click, let's say, moon. Okay, and you need to click the close up of the moon. So you need to connect your phone with the telescope. And let's suppose if your phone is over here. Okay, so what you need to do, if you just keep it handheld over the telescope. I got few answers in the chat box that, sir, a phone keeps on shaking. What to do in that case? So over there, the role of the smartphone adapters comes into play. Okay, smartphone adapters. If you don't know what exactly is a smartphone adapter, so I'll show you one. Right. So you can very easily get the smartphone adapter either from the market, or if you wish to order it from us, you can always order it from us. This accessory is called smartphone adapter. It comes in a box like this, and when you open this up, it looks like this. Okay, so I have removed my phone from this right now just to show you. Right, so over here you all can see that this is smartphone adapter. This is a ring which will get fixed onto my eyepiece, and this part over here, which is right now loose, but anytime I can tighten it up with the help of the screws. I can put my phone. Now, how I need to put my phone? So see, this ring will go on the top of an eyepiece, something like this, and over here I'll keep my phone with its camera pointing towards the eyepiece. I hope you all understood this. Students, good news for all of us, right? Good news for all of us. So sorry I went like that, but good news for all of us is that Vikrant sir is back. Okay, and I'll connect him back onto the Zoom. But side by side, I'll also try to explain you that how how we can use a mobile phone, or we can connect it to the telescope. So so I told you that adapter looks like this. I need to connect my phone onto this, so I'll just loose this up. I'll connect my phone onto it. Okay, so I'll bring back Vikrant on the screen once again. Vikrant sir, hand it over to you.
Brilliant. So students, thank you once again. So last few minutes, what I'll try to do is, if for those of you who have iPhone, it's the easiest to take smartphone astrophotos. Which iPhone version do you have? So I will be telling you there is a brand new feature. Please let me know in the chat which iPhone do you have. So particularly for iPhone 12, 11 and 13, there is a new feature called night mode, and it will be, you remember now, always we used to say, like I told you, you need a tripod, but let me tell you, let me show you now what you can do with iPhone. So lucky people are the people who have iPhone 11, iPhone 12 and iPhone 13. There is a new feature in it and a new way to do astrophotography. So this is for all those, oh wow, we have people who have iPhone 12 and 13. You can do it right away. So let me share my screen right here with you. Let me share my entire screen. That's the best. Okay, here I have recorded a video yesterday. This is from iPhone 12. Now, as soon as you will open your iPhone app for photograph, you see this yellow thing. As soon as it is night time, it will automatically detect. It has a powerful computer inside. It will automatically detect it's night time. What you need to do, just hold your phone towards the stars. It will automatically detect. This is a symbol for night mode, and you can see 3 seconds. Let me show you what we did yesterday night. Simple way to take star photos. Okay, you have, okay, only Samsung. So I'm sure that we will, okay, let's see. This is nighttime outdoors. The camera automatically detected, like it is choosing exposures, 3 seconds. And if I put it on, this is a handheld shot. I'm choosing the different, you can see, please look at the screen carefully for iPhone 11, 12 and 13 users. This is stars visible, and when I click on shutter button handheld, it has taken a photo handheld. So what it is doing is automatically taking small photos even without a tripod. But there is something, the stars are not very good. Approximately it is fine. Let's see what happens once again. So it will choose 3 seconds. Now once I click, I can also choose the slider to increase. Now the light is automatically gathered at 0 seconds. It's completing the photo, and it is showing, look at Castor and Pollux right there on the top, but the photo is not very sharp. Okay, it's cool, but you can see because it was handheld. So it can take up to 10 seconds and up to even 30-second exposure. That's what we have learned. This is from yesterday night in Noida. So you can see if the darkness goes more, it can even show you 10 seconds of exposure. So what we will be able to take, if I will now share with you the screen. So you can see this is the night mode, automatically turns on. If you switch off the room light, it will automatically turn on. And wait, let me show you where the photo is. What the photo we have taken yesterday with this mode. And so wait a second, please. And right here, you will be able to see this is the photo with a tripod. Now, next we tried with a tripod. So you can see Castor and Pollux. This is Procyon. This is the building automatically. That means the simplest way forward is to go for iPhone. And let me tell you what we can do. Nokia touchscreen phones, okay, have night mode. So students, like, some night mode is also there. In night mode, the camera will automatically detect it's dark. It will automatically detect, like, it will give you 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, and some range of exposure. And it will let you handheld. It will also let you take a handheld photo. Let me show you once again by sharing my complete screen here. What it will be doing is, uh, if I would start the video again, you will be able to see. That's one way to take star photos in iPhone. There is one more very easy way which I will show you the next way. So let me show you. Right now I'm taking a picture, but if your hand will move slightly, what it will do, see, this is the night mode symbol. If your hand will move slightly, it will give you a cross. And in between, let me show you. So once I click photo, it will give you a cross to tell you to keep the crosses aligned in case you don't have a tripod. So see, it is in darkness. It was 10 seconds. Now it is going to 3 seconds. Now once we start to take a picture, so then what will happen is it will show you a cross in the middle. If your hand is moving, it will give you a cross to keep aligned, so that it will guide you that, okay, let me, no, it didn't. Yeah, here is the cross. So you can see here is the picture being taken. Automatically light is gathered. This cross is telling you that you have to keep both the cross centered so that you don't need tripod. But still we recommend a tripod, because what we have shown you is when you use a tripod, you will get this kind of sharp stars. Like right here, the stars with the tripod are much more sharper. And so over to the next type of picture you can take with iPhone, which I would like to. This is a how do you take star trails in iPhone. So here in the presentation, you can see this is a star trail taken with the software called Night Cap. So this is the advanced type of photo. This is the star trail taken for 10 minutes, and the software used is Night Cap. And I'm going to show you quickly how this Night Cap software works. So let me just start the. Let me show you from my mobile phone right now. And okay, here we are joining from my mobile phone. And so you will be able to see, like when I present my screen, so what I'm going to do is start my screen share here. Start broadcast. And you will see that I have a phone called Night Cap. It's 300 rupees, but it's the best way. Yogesh sir would have talked to you about how to take star trails in Android phone. Now, how are we going to take star trails in iPhone? You have to start a software called, let me show you this software, Night Cap. Here is the software. And if you choose this mode and click on Star Trails mode, so I'm going to show you, it's going to give you something to read. And what it's going to do, we have recorded a video to show you what it's looks like. Okay, we have a video right here. So you switch on the Nightcap app. It's already in Star Trails mode. And what we will do is we'll click on FOC EXP, and on the corners of the screen, on the left corner of the screen, you can see this is the easiest method. So I can increase or decrease the ISO by sliding the finger along the left. By sliding the finger along the bottom, I can control the focus. You can see how focus is being controlled right here. Okay, and then, okay, so we are controlling the focus. All the four corners of the screen, EXP, exposure will be controlled, white balance, the color will be controlled. So you can see two green buttons that I have adjusted the focus, I have adjusted the exposure, and we will adjust the focus is done. Remember, to take star trails in iPhone, you have to use this software. Okay, we are adjusting the colors. Just open nightcap. Once the nightcap starts, you have to adjust these four settings by pressing the corners of the screen and dragging your finger along the corner of the screen. And then once you click on it, you can see there is an aeroplane. Now I will start to take the photo and you can see what is happening to the aeroplane. It's starting to make a trail. So it's so simple. It's so much fun. It's like if you go out, I was like wanting to take the star trails all over the sky. Yesterday, you can see some stars are getting captured, and slowly over a period of 1 minute, some stars are going to trail. So it was like, if I give you a star trail, what are you going to do? You will try to take the photo for the whole night and see how long star trails you can make. So in 10 minutes, you can see the stars are beginning to trail in just about 1 minute of exposure right here. And so I would stop this screen share and show you what um, okay, so I'm going to stop the screen share right here and about the star trail. Uh, and this is what we got. And okay, so this is what we got with it, a beautiful star trail. So the app name is Nightcap. Please do take photos starting tomorrow morning. And over to Yogesh in case Yogesh is still left with anything. And thank you for waiting, all of you. So over to Yogesh. Okay, if Yogesh is there,
Okay,
please.
thank you so much, Vikrant sir. Okay, thank you so much, Vikrant sir. I'll take it forward from here. Okay,
Okay, Nightcap. It's for 300 or odd rupees. You can buy it. And so there are many things which you need to know.
okay. So I hope you all have understood how to do the astrophotography using iPhone. That's probably quite very simple, right? And as compared to an Android phone where you need to do a lot of settings, their iPhones have an edge. Again, you that too with some cost. Okay, that is you need to spend up to 300 rupees on that. What I was talking about, that how to connect your smartphone to an adapter, okay, and then connecting it onto a telescope. So that was probably like half of that part was done, and over here I'll end with the remaining half, right? And then I will end my session with some tips and tricks for doing astrophotography, because tomorrow morning we have an event where Venus and Jupiter will be in conjunction. Very rare event. Again, Venus and Jupiter will be very close to each other. So how they will look like from your camera, please do not forget to capture, okay, and share the pictures with us. You all have our WhatsApp numbers, right? You all have our WhatsApp number. Probably if not my number, then you have the iAstronomer number. Okay, so you can share it anywhere on the WhatsApp with us, right? But do one thing, okay, do share the photographs as soon as the event is over. So over here I'm having the telescope, here I'm having the smartphone adapter. How do I need to connect on it? So I just need to open this screw from here. I just need to lock this up. Okay, I just need to lock this up. and my smartphone will be connected onto this. So this is what I need to do. And after this, see, I just need to do one thing. I just need to adjust my camera, which is over here, in a way that my uh, I can see the photographs inside my phone. So I just need to slide this a bit. Once I do this, see, I have an option. Okay, I always have an option of sliding my phone up or down in the smartphone adapter, right? So I just need to adjust it in a way that this camera, which is on the back, gets adjusted on the top of the eyepiece of the telescope, right? So right now I'm removing it. I hope you all can see this eyepiece over here. Just need to adjust the camera on the top of that. Now, moving on to the presentation side. So I'll again share my screen with you all. Okay, so now in the presentation part, I was talking about the spot metering thing. That what is the spot metering? So in the spot metering, I told you that whenever you do planetary photography, okay, whenever you do planetary photography, it is not easy to set up the exposures for the planetary photography, and there you need something extra. And what is that extra thing? That extra thing is you need to use that metering mode, you need to lock up your focus, and lot many small settings are there. So I'm going to discuss that with the help of my phone camera. Okay, and for that I will connect my phone with the meeting, and probably I'll show the zoom screen to you all. Okay, Vikrant sir, a request from you, please stop your screen sharing. Okay, probably I guess now you all can see my phone screen. I guess now you all can see my phone screen, right? So if you all can see my phone screen, then over here what I need to do is see, when I talk about spot metering, that option is not available in all the cameras. Okay, that option is not available in all the cameras. For example, I open up my camera, okay, and even when I go onto the pro mode, okay, even when I go onto the pro mode, I do not have that option of blocking the exposure or anything, right? Or for that metering mode, right? So for that case, what I have done is I have, let's say, if I want to do the planetary photography, I need to put some extra effort. I put up some extra effort, downloaded the Google Cam. Okay, what I did, I downloaded the Google Cam. Now in this Google Cam, when I move on to this camera mode, okay, and when I just keep on looking for, let's say, exposure, so over here, if you all can see that if I tap on anything, right, let's say I come over here, I tap onto this bag, okay, and then if I lock it, so this showing me AF/AE lock. So this is what is happening over here. It is locking your focus as well as your exposure. Now in this what will happen? I will lock the exposure as per this bag. So if I move on to any target, let's say even if I move on towards the slide, my exposure is not going to change. But if I remove this lock, what will happen? See this, the exposure is different. I turn my camera towards light, the exposure is different. I turn it towards laptop, my exposure will change. So it will automatically select that exposure. Now over here, what is happening? This is called spot metering, that where right now your phone is automatically taking the decision that what exposure should be there. But what you need to take care of is you cannot work like this when you're doing planetary photography. So what you need to do, take up any object, probably a object with so much of light. Let's say in my case, I've taken the phone, okay, and I lock my exposure here. Now when I lock it onto this phone, and now I come onto the any faint object, I can see that now there is very less light which is coming. Okay, now when I do this, then it is easy for me to focus onto the planetary object. Right? So here again, I've taken a step extra to go on for the planetary photography. What is that extra step? That extra step is to download a Google Cam, that is Gcam, that you can very easily get it over internet. Okay, so these are the things, that some modifications that you need to make while doing astrophotography. See, on one side we say that astrophotography is very easy. Yes, it definitely is, but only and only if you have the right tools. Okay, only and only if you have the right tools. So I hope you all have got an insight that how to start with the astrophotography. What you need to do, you need to have the pro mode or expert mode. Okay, if you do not have the pro mode or expert mode, then also how you can do it, that then you need to check out for some extra applications. Okay, so in case of iOS, you have an application known as Nightcap, that you need to spend money onto that, right? But yes, that is worth it. After that, in case of Android phone, you have lot many applications like Canon FP5 Lite. Okay, now once done, once you have taken the exposures, what to do next with that? So either you can keep your photos like in the form of single shot, or for example, if you want to make the star trails, then what you are going to do? So in that case, the moment you want to capture and star trail, there you need to change something. And what is the change that you need to bring? The change is you need to take multiple shots and then you need to stack it. So how to take multiple shots? It's simple. Okay, it's very easy. That in Canon FE5 Lite you get an option of intervalometer. Right, in Canon FE5 Lite you get an option of intervalometer. You select how many shots you want to click and what should be the interval. Keep the interval 0, click on 100 shots, and then later on we need to stack it to make a star trail. And what exactly is the star trail? If you do not have any idea about that, so let me show it on the screen. What exactly is the trail? You can see the star trail over here. What we have done, I have clicked multiple pictures, then I have stacked it. Okay, and then I have stacked it. Don't worry if you do not know how to stack it. Next session is about that. Right now, the next thing, the assignment for you all for today is capture the Venus and Jupiter conjunction. That is going to happen tomorrow morning, okay, before the sunrise. So wake up at least like half an hour or 45 minutes before the sunrise. Capture the conjunction, beautiful conjunction. Okay, and yes, one more thing. Please stay tuned to your WhatsApp group. Okay, please stay tuned to your WhatsApp group. Right, keep we might keep a live observation for you. Right, so do join the link for the live observation if it will happen. Right, otherwise capture the photographs at your end and send it to us over a WhatsApp. And with this, I end my session over here. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet next.